Microphone. Hello? Is this thing working? Testing, testing. Microphone. Hello? Is this thing working? Testing, testing. Okay, this is actually working. Great. Yo, all right. Good shit. People can hear me. Let's see what type of music are we actually going to be listening to today? All right, let's see. What are we going to be listening today? We're going to put on some lo-fi. Boom. Lo-fi space station. Yeah, this works. All right, great. What's up, guys? Are you ready for a banging lecture? The webcam is going to be up really soon. I just don't want to start using it before the lecture actually starts, as I don't know if it's going to last throughout the whole thing. So, there's that. If you use voice meter, you can hear yourself, so you know if it's good. Without. Oh, that's great. Yeah, thanks, Andrea. So we got a small 20-minute window. No, we can't. We can't have Tevis for this lecture, man. Fuck that. If we do that, we're not gonna get any of the lecture done. It's just gonna be me waving my arms around like C's and just we're all gonna make it, Brian. You're not gonna get any actual lecture. So we need to do some chill loaf. Maybe I don't know. Maybe we might put in some hard style when the lecture starts. We'll see. So we actually have these 20 minutes to, if you guys have any, not even just fitness related questions, just any questions in general. Like if you have anything related to self-improvement, to banging anime that, what I would recommend, because let's face it, anime is the only reason that anyone ever gets huge. If you haven't watched Dragon Ball, what are you even doing with your life? I'm grateful that you're grateful, Alex. Riva, that's what's up, man. I don't know, man. Just listening to Tevis, it's like it gives you a boost, like an actual, just you feel the energy coming in. It's dude, Tevis is a godsend. No, Bevs, I actually haven't read Berserk. I've heard it's good. I gave my my girlfriend the deluxe Berserk edition, one of the books for Christmas, and it looked really good. I should read it at some point. Viden, I'm pretty sure you can lift weight as a 14-year-old. Like the whole myth that if you start lifting or working out when you're young, that it's gonna ruin you. I feel like that's just a myth. Obviously, don't do super heavy weights, but just take care. You should be able to start at least doing calisthenics, body weight stuff. So that's really good. Can you lift cereal or milk first? I think it's I do milk first, but I'm a degenerate because I warm up my milk and then I put in the cereal. Yeah, I'm weird like that. Yeah, so we can't go. Let's see. What don't people? Nagi, I don't know why people don't like calisthenics. I love calisthenics. Once I'm done with my current split, I am actually gonna go back to doing calisthenics. I love working on the parallettes, doing. I just love calisthenics stuff. Riva, that's fucking great, man. Notion is everything I do in Notion. Actually, honestly, guys, I'm actually writing this ebook right now that I'm gonna be able to give out for free. Call it the 5 Commandments to Getting Shredded, and it's gonna be done super soon. So actually, be on the lookout for that. It pretty much outlines a lot of the principles that we're gonna be over. a lot of the principles that we're going to be going over today. So Verdant Aggro. We're actually not going to go into the voice chat because I don't really like doing those lectures. I made a small PowerPoint for you guys that we're actually going to be going through. And I don't know, man. I just don't like the VC lectures. It's not really my thing. Let's see. Strength equals session ice. Aesthetics. And you good, you know, sure. Yeah, Johan, I pretty much make pancakes every morning too. Like sometimes I need a bit of variation, but yeah, just grind up some oats, add some protein powder, some eggs, some water, and you've got a banging breakfast. Yes, you're different chat here. You can do calisthenics, you know, no problem. For example, you can do weight push. Yeah, Elias, the thing is, I'm actually following a program right now. I'm following the Kinobody, Movistar Body program. And I'm just trying to like follow it as well as I can to get the promised results. I'm resting plenty. I'm only working 3 times a week. And yeah, I'm just not trying to not deviate too much from the program and just do what it says. And let's see, will this be recorded? Yes, this will actually be recorded. I think the lectures auto record once I press the like end lecture, like end stream button, but I'm gonna record it anyway. Let's see. Yeah, just 15 more minutes. We're gonna be starting. Anyone? Sessions are under F. Some are split. What's a focus session? The thing is, Elias, I can kind of get behind what he's saying. It's different for everybody. Like, the thing that's so good about Kinobody is that he makes it autistically easy to follow the program. Like, most programs, and we're also going to be going over this in the lecture, like, the problem with most programs is that they try to stack more difficulty to, like diversify themselves and be like, oh, we're not like everybody else, but then suddenly you're doing like chain deadlifts on a medicine ball instead of just doing deadlifts, you know? So the thing that Kinobody got going for him is that he's really good at, first of all, selling you the dream, the fact that you're gonna get jacked in like 3 months, but also just making it so simple that anyone can follow it. If you're a bodybuilder, I would not recommend, like, if you're a bodybuilder, the Kinobody programs are garbage. They're garbage for you because you obviously need big legs. But if you're just a guy trying to get jacked and you got a bunch of other stuff going for you, like you don't want to do bodybuilding, you just want to like look really good apart from, and you're going to school, stuff like that, Kinobody is probably some of the best programs on the planet because it simplifies it. It makes it so easy to follow and you're gonna get results. Focus only one more. Like the most. Some cardio and do some stretching. Riva, I think if you have the time, sessions like that are really good. Like, I like the fact that I can only need to work out 3 times a week. But let's say that you can work out 6 times a week and you just love working out. I think something like that, you know, where you focus on a muscle group can be very beneficial. Like obviously you need to take care that you don't get too much volume in it, because I know Jeff Nippert, he put out a video on like junk volume the other day. I didn't watch the entirety of the thing, but I could just imagine like there are some exercises where you're just doing them for no reason. Like it's too much. When with 3-4 exercises it would be enough. You can accommodate leg bands, which can be good for if you want different movement patterns. For the bench deadlift. Yeah, Elias, I definitely get what you're saying. And if you want that variety, that's great. But like for most people, the reason that most people don't reach their fitness goal is because they overcomplicate things to the point where they don't even want to do the thing anymore. So let's say something like, man, I'm fucking spoiling some of the lecture right now, but let's say that for your meal plan, like the reason that people don't get shredded or don't get jacked is because, oh, they know they have to do a certain amount of calories, but then, you know, oh, but you need to track your fats and you need to track your carbs and everything needs to be perfect and your protein also needs to be perfect and you need to get your calories on the dot. And then when you do that, like when you go for that level of just perfection, you can do it for a week, maybe even 2 weeks, but there comes a point in time where your head is just going to be messed up. You're going to like, fuck this shit, I don't want to do that. James Butcher, Cushers, still sport, depending trade. I haven't seen the keto body, but like explosiveness. Yeah, workout. 3 days PBL focus. Month, yeah. I mean, Ilhan, pretty much, man. Like, if you wanted to do something specifically for a sport, you like, yeah, you need to go for like a specific coach, because most people, they just want to look good. They don't really care about being explosive or like being super strong or anything. They just want to look shredded, because that's what women want. Like, I know women go on about like, oh, I just want a guy with the dad bod, but like even the dad bod, that's like a Jason Momoa bod, which is in itself freaking jacked. Bigger biceps. Any tips? Like, you see, the thing is, man, if you guys want the like the like the workout advice on like, oh, do this exercise for, I don't know, like getting bigger forearms or getting bigger like bicep. Like, yeah, I don't do anything specific. I just curl. Like, I do hammer curls, I do easy bar curls, and I think it's something with like especially like when you're doing curls with a barbell, the further in you hold, the more you're training like the outer part of the biceps. And I know it sounds weird. I was also a little bit shocked when I first heard that. I might be wrong. It's been a while since I did bodybuilding. Now I just lift without really thinking too much about, oh, my inner biceps is looking a little bit deformed. Like, I just do biceps and my biceps grows overall. But I do a little bit of everything, so I mean, I still look somewhat proportionate. Heavy. So many kids. Spider curls. Insomniac Eclipse, I would probably be like, I haven't read any studies on whether like children should be lifting. I mean, teenagers, like you're somewhere in between like being a teenager and a kid. You're still very, very young, and I commend you for being on self-improvement. You're gonna kill it in life if you keep going. But yeah, I can't really tell you. I wouldn't. I mean, yeah, you use proper form. I would just be careful with lifting too heavy. Like, that's the only thing I can really tell you. I would read some papers on, like, yeah, you might feel good, but I can't tell you how it's actually gonna, like, influence your growth. So I don't want to say, yeah, bro, just go for it, because I'm not. Like, I started lifting when I was 15 and I'm fine, but I don't know, man. Don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry I don't have a more clear answer. Alright, so let me actually find my mount for my camera, because it's about time that we almost get started. I remember my parents being so paranoid when I, like, started lifting, and they were like, no, you're gonna get deformities, and, like, you're too young to lift, it's not healthy for you. Like, they wanted me to lose weight, but they didn't want me to lift. And it was just weird. All right, let's see here. Let's find the boom. Put in the HDMI into the camera. And bada bing, bada boom. All right, so the camera might actually just, like, cut out some of the text, but we're just gonna move it if that's the case. So yeah, let's see here. Boom. Let's talk about bulking tips for teenagers. Yeah, I am gonna be talking a little bit about bulking for teenage, not even just for teenagers, just like in general. Okay, look. The thing, we can start getting into a little bit of what this lecture is going to be about and what it's not going to be about. So what it's not going to be about, it's not going to be a, like, do this exercise to get a huge back, do this exercise if you want to grow a bigger biceps, eat this thing to lose weight. We're going to go over, like, the very basics. We're going to go over, like, oh, this is how you should track your calories. But we're going to go over a lot of mindset stuff, which is probably going to be the reason that you're not fucking jacked. Because if you've seen the pictures that I've posted on the, like, for the lectures, the one of my front and the one where I, like, showed my back, I've been on the most basic ass fucking program for these last 2 months. And the progress that I've made is absolutely astounding. You saw it for yourself. Like, you saw what the pictures looked like. And all it took was a shift in mindset. I didn't implement any fancy food. Like, the Keto Body program, it's good, but it's nothing out of this world. It's very, very basic. So don't get the wrong, like, don't think that I'm on some, like, secret sauce program that is going to solve all your problems. I'm on some super basic shit. But the thing is, it's a mindset. Like Rick Boogs says, it's a mindset, babe. So yeah. Let's see here so that I can both read the chat, but also kind of make sure that everything is going according to the plan. All right, boom. Sides equals strength. Because when I go, like, gain weight, like, Alex, you're probably not gaining weight from the carbs in your diet. You're probably gaining weight because you're in a calorie surplus. Like, it doesn't matter if you're, like, obviously you need to get, like, 0.8 to 1.2 grams of protein per pound of body weight. But apart from that, like, I don't even think about my carbs or my fats, and I'm still getting into pretty good shape. Always have making their parents buy lots of extra foods for them. That's why I said teenager. Yeah, like, Elias, I am going to go over some things that you can do, like, if your parents don't want to buy, like, a pack of chicken for you a day. So, let's see, that's what I'm trying to get. Protein bar, so good. I like how Keto Body promote. It's hard to get strong on bench. I like that a lot. Just want to say. It's enough, at least. Yeah, I mean, I think Keto Body's approach is great, but really what you're going to notice is that for most people, simplicity is going to be king. So, Elias, I saw in your picture on the Discord that you look like a pretty strong guy. Like you're into weightlifting, like lifting really heavy weights. I don't know if you can clarify that. But anyways, so this lecture is going to be half pointless. Like if you're doing like competitive bodybuilding, this lecture isn't going to be it. Because in competitive bodybuilding, there is a very specific regimen that you have to be on. You have to be on all the time, because there's a bunch of other people competing and they're going to do whatever the fuck it takes to win. Like whether it's eat dry chicken with no condiments and like plain rice, they're going to do it. So you can't, when it comes to competitive bodybuilding, you can't really do a lot of the things that I'm going to tell you here in this lecture. This is for anyone who wants to get either like below 10% body fat, or just wants to gain some muscle, like wants to put on a bunch of muscle, and they don't need to be like the most symmetrical. Like they don't need to be like, oh, my biceps has to be like this many point something inches so that the judges love my look. No, this is for people who just want to be jacked, who just want to look good on a day-to-day basis. They don't need the perfect biceps, the perfect legs, the perfect abs, the perfect chest. They just want to look good. And you meaning the secret sauce? No, no, I'm not talking about steroids. We don't do steroids here. I don't, at least. But when I'm talking about sauces, I'm talking about actual ketchup and like barbecue sauce. So we're also going to be covering that. I think those are great for bulking. Like if you just want to add some extra calories to your food, but you don't necessarily have the money or like the stomach to eat a bunch of rice. Get you covered the basics. Reach. Yeah, especially because most people don't need more than the basics. Like most people, okay, so me personally, I don't have time to do like the super most optimal plan, because I'm literally like, I'm trying to build a business apart from like my YouTube, which is kind of like on hold. I'm doing copywriting where I'm trying to get better and reach out to clients. I'm building a like an anime protagonist course, like a fitness self-improvement course that I'm like putting a bunch of hours in. And then I'm building my website, which is also going to be for like the course, and like I'm doing a bunch of stuff. I don't have time to be in the gym like 6-7 days a week. I also have my like part-time job, which is like in the weekends. I don't have time to be in the gym 6 times a week doing like the most optimal and like planning my life around fitness. Fitness is meant to be a supplement to my life. I just want to be jacked, because that's how you get chicks. And I feel good being jacked. I feel good looking like a Baki character, but it's not the point of my life. So these tips that I give are going to be heavily routed towards that. But we have reached 7 o'clock, which means that the lecture is about to start now. And I'm just going to make it very, very clear. I have the attention span of a goldfish. So from now on till we finish the lecture, I'm not going to be reading chat. I'm sorry, guys. But otherwise, this lecture is going to take forever. And I really wanted this to be like a super sweet, like short and sweet one. I've got like I've got 5 slides here. Oh yeah, chocolate milk is great, man. Like it really is. I got a lot of friends who bulked on that in high school. But yeah, we're actually going to be starting the lecture now, which means that no more chat. If you got any questions, I actually got a Q&A section for you guys here, so just write those questions down if you didn't get them answered, and we're probably going to do like 20 minutes of Q&A. But this lecture is going to be fairly short. I got everything done, very, very concise. Everything's a little bit more planned than last time, and yeah, I'm just looking forward to dropping some knowledge on you guys. So, the topic for today's lecture is how to actually get fucking jacked. And I imagine you guys saw the pictures. If not, I'm gonna pull them up real quick. Let me see if I can find them here. Bro, can you like work with me? Okay. So in case you haven't seen the pictures, this was December 15th, and this was a couple of days ago. I would say the progress is pretty good. I am flexing here, so, you know, if you want to nitpick, you can say, oh, why did you relax? But I thought it looked good. Don't hate me. And from the front, we got all the other lectures over here. We got from the front December 15th and January 19th. So the results have been pretty good. And I just want to take the stuff that I've learned and sort of give it over to you guys. This is not going to be a nutrition lecture. It's not going to be like, do these exercises to get jacked. This is going to be the mindset that you need to actually make progress and get stronger, get more shredded, whatever. So with that being said, let's get started. Oh my God, that was very loud. All right, the reasons you might not be getting your dream results. And I'm very sorry if my webcam is covering this picture. It's a guy sleeping, so you aren't really missing anything. All right, so there are, in my opinion, 4 reasons that you could not be getting your dream results. Number 1 is you're not getting enough sleep. I'm not going to go give you a lecture on why sleep is super important. Just make sure that if you're not reaching the results, that you're sleeping 7, 8, maybe even 9 hours a day. Sleep does wonders for your metabolism, just for like your muscles get built while you're sleeping. Training is just you tearing down your muscle fibers. Sleep is when you really, start recuperating those muscle fibers, and depending on like how much protein you get and how well you eat, your muscles are obviously going to recuperate faster. So first, make sure that you're sleeping enough. Are you getting enough protein? Now, I'm not going to go too far into this. Again, this is, if you really want like a master class on nutrition and training, just watch some of Syntax's lecture. He is a lot more knowledgeable on the nitty-gritty stuff than I am. And by the way, again, I can see, Diogo, you have a question. All the questions, leave them for the end. I'm not going to be answering any questions during the lecture because I have shitty attention span, and it would just please, just save them all to the end and I'll answer them all. Just make sure to get 0.8 to 1.2 grams of protein per pound of body weight. That is the very simple, just do it. Again, while you're cutting, I have heard, and I also keep my protein a little bit higher during my cut. Apparently it's like very thermogenic and it helps you burn more calories. So high protein when you're cutting. And the last one is, oh wait, not the last one. Are you getting enough or too many calories? So this is a huge one that I see people fucking up all the time. Like, I have plenty of coworkers. Like, I work in a sports store, so obviously some guys want to start working out. And, whenever a skinny guy says to me like, bro, I can't put on weight. It's impossible to me. I'm eating so much food. I don't know what's going on. And then you ask them, well, how much are you eating? I don't know. Wait, you don't track your calories? No, I don't really, I just know I eat a lot. Most people think they eat a lot, but they would be surprised when they actually break it down and write it into MyFitnessPal how much they eat. Most of the time, it's not enough. That's just the fact of the matter. And the other is getting too many calories. It's the same when you're cutting. Most of the time, you think, it's fine. I'll just add a little bit of whipped cream here. I'll just eat like 1 scoop of ice cream there. I'll just eat like 3 nuts there. And you don't track those. And then at the end of the day, you're like, oh, I'm 100 calories under my daily target. But really, you went 300 calories over. Track your calories. Have to track your calories. Otherwise, it's a guessing game whether you're actually reaching your targets or not. Stop being lazy. If you really want to get results, track your calories. I know it can be hard. It's going to be hard for the first week until you find all the foods and their ingredients that you normally use. But after that, it's easy as pie. It might take you like 5 minutes a day to track your calories. And 5 minutes a day to make sure that you're going to reach your goal. That's just do it. It's that simple. And the last one, which I don't have a picture for, is, are you training hard enough? A lot of people go to the gym and just sit on their phone, and they don't really train hard, and they don't really lift heavy weights, and they're just cruising by. If you're not making I think you really need to ask yourself. You will know if you train hard enough. If you're completely destroyed after your workout, that should be enough answer. But if you finish your workout and you're like, yeah, I could go for another hour, there might be a chance you aren't training hard enough. Just wanting to point that out there. But the real reason that you're not getting results, and then we got a picture of Andrew Tate here. Now, I really love this quote. I love Andrew in general. I also talked about him in my last lecture. There exists a universe where you decided to become the epitome of professionalism. And the real reason that you're not, or probably not, getting results is because you're not meticulous enough. You're not precise enough in everything you're tracking. Whenever, this goes back to the MyProtein thing, like tracking your calories. Most of you are like, it doesn't really matter. A professional would track his calories. If you're serious about attaining your goals, you would track your calories. And yeah, you might be like 5% off when you're tracking because you're not really getting the right brand or whatever. Fuck it. But you're close. Okay, I might be 5% away from reaching my protein, but you're in charge, you're in control. You can get okay results by coasting. Now, most people, if this lecture isn't for the people who, just want to look a little bit fit. This lecture is if you want to get shredded, if you want to get really strong, really big. So you can obtain okay results by just I'm just eating, a bit of protein. I'm not really tracking. I know I'm somewhat getting the right amount of food. But if you really want to get those crazy results, if you want to get 10% body fat, 8% body fat, if you want to get huge arm, a massive chest, all that stuff, you can't just coast. You need to be very meticulous about the food that you eat, the exercise that you do, tracking the weight, all that stuff, making sure that you're actually progressively overloading. Which basically just boils down to the last quote of the slide, that professional results require professional effort. If you want to just want to look decent, you don't have to do all this. You don't have to track your food to perfection. You can just eat some chicken and get some protein, get some whey, whatever, and you can still look great. I look great without having to put in a ton of effort. But I'm trying to get shredded now, so I need to be a professional. And if you are trying to especially if you're trying to compete for bodybuilding, you need to be super meticulous. If you really want to get shredded for summer and you're not naturally lean, you're gonna have to be very meticulous about tracking all your meals. So how do we solve this? Basically just becoming a professional. And I think we got 6 points. Yeah, all right. So we got 6 points here. And the first way to become a professional, I guess, is just simplify. I am currently following Kinobody, Gregor Gallagher's program, which is called Movie Star Body. You know what the best thing about that program is? It's so simple that even a fucking idiot could follow it. Which means it's very easy to be meticulous. It's very easy to reach my calories. I don't have to worry about my fats and my carbs. I just need to worry about, getting enough protein. I need to worry about reaching my daily calories. Those are the two things. I need to worry about getting my 10,000 steps in during the day for my neat calories, like my non-exercise or something thermogenesis. And I just need to worry about working out 3 times a week. And the program itself isn't super complicated. Just lift a bunch of heavy weights, some reverse pyramid training. I might even show you guys the program when I'm done. Just let you copy it if you want to. It's not that amazing or anything. You can probably find better online. But the reason that this program is amazing is because I'm actually able to follow it. I'm able to follow it with minimal effort while still getting maximum results. Because complicated workouts absolutely fuck you up. Now, I know if you are very committed and you want to be go to the Olympics and you need to work out with a bunch of chains and you need to work out with a bunch of bands, then yeah, you might be okay, I need to go to the Olympics. This is what I have to do. And you have a team around you who are motivating you. You're gonna do that complicated workout. But for most guys, the complicated workout is going to be fun for about a week. And that's it. After that, you're gonna be fuck me, dude. I need to set up this lift, and I need to get these bands, and I need to like get this belt, and I need to. It just becomes a hassle to the point where like, yeah, you're doing everything optimally to begin with, and oh, you're getting those 5% extra gains because obviously there is some merit to training with bands and chains. But after a week, if you stop doing it and you stop working out completely and just like fuck it, you're not gonna get any merit. Just keep it simple. Most of you guys are cucking yourselves by by just making the program way too difficult to follow. Make your diet super simple. Just focus on reaching your calories, on reaching your protein, and that's it. In terms of your training, like just do the basic exercises, just like you can squat, you can deadlift, you can bench, you can do overhead press, but you don't need to implement all these fancy things into the program. Like, reverse standing on your head, like cable shrugs from behind the back. Like, you don't need none of that stuff. Just do normal shrugs. It's fine. Now, the next point is why meal plans are mostly a horrible choice. So again, if you're a bodybuilder, this doesn't apply to you. If you're a bodybuilder, you probably have like a specific regimen that you need to follow, and you need to do it because all your competitors are doing it. They're following the regimen and you all want to win. So you're going to do whatever it takes to win. Okay? But if you're just an average human being who wants to look sexy as fuck, you don't need to worry about the most optimal meal plan. You don't have to worry about going to the Wudan mountains, to the Chinese market once every full moon to get the dragon fruit, which is going to increase your metabolism by 0.001% in your morning shake smoothie. Like, you don't need all of that. And now that's a very extreme example, but I know like I've had plans where like, oh, you need to eat some fancy ass fucking bread that you could only find in the United States. And I was like, do I really need to eat this? No, yeah, it's very important. It's like, it's very good for your metabolism. Dude, just fucking, just eat normal bread if you're gonna eat bread. Meal plans are a horrible idea, also because they drain your life of all fun. And I'm being dead serious. Like, if you eat this meal here on the right every single day of your life, you're gonna, like, I would rather kill myself. Really, I would. You need to make this journey fun. This isn't just a plan that you're gonna follow for 3 months and then you're gonna become a fat fuck again. This is your life. Like, the plan, I'm gonna be following Kinobody for the rest of my life most likely because it works for me. It's really easy. It's simple. I love it. It's fun. But you guys need to understand that this is your life. It's not like, it's not a 3-month transformation where you're then gonna snap a picture for Instagram and then you're gonna go like get fat again. That's loser shit. That's being an amateur. All right. Find a way that, find a meal plan or like just some food choices that you really like that fit your macros that you can like eat every single day without hating your life, and that's it. It might not be the most optimal way. Yeah, you might want to eat like a bit more of this like exotic vegetables because it would be really good for your metabolism or it would be really good for your immune system. But if you hate it and it makes it impossible to follow your diet, don't eat it. Just eat whatever. I had this this conversation with Johnny BME in the Disciple chat today. As like, he said, man, I feel so bad about my current workout split now because we were talking about splits. And I told him like, dude, if you can follow your program for a year with minor setbacks and like 95% efficiency, you got a good program. Okay? A good program is one that you can follow without failure for most of the time, because everyone has moments of weakness. I have them too. Okay? So a good program isn't necessarily the most complicated one. It's the one that you can consistently follow. Please you can switch chicken to cod if you want. So I actually made this like little painting here, which is going to be talking about, oh shit. So 100% gains versus 105% gains. And I actually made this like little painting where you have the 90% method, which is the method that I currently follow. And then there is the 105% method, which is the one where you go to the Wudan mountains and to the Chinese market once every full moon and get the dragon fruit that's going to increase your metabolism by 0.01%. You're making more progress down here, a lot more progress in the long run, but you're gonna reach the fuck this shit point a lot faster. Whereas up here, yeah, you might only be progressing by 90% and you're leaving some percent on the table, but you're able to keep on going. Like, oh yeah, this is easy. I don't really feel like I'm on a plan. I'm just living my life. So I would rather be 90% efficient and maybe have like a small slice of cake every 2 days, or like every day, that accounts for like 10 or 20, like, yeah, just 20% of my calories, and the rest of my calories are all like clean. I reach my protein, I reach my calories. I don't need that extra 15% efficiency, because over a 3-year period, I'm probably going to have more days up here where I didn't fail, which is going to amount to more progress than down here where I'm going to have so many days where I fail because it's impossible to overcome the actual standards. All right, so let's head back to the actual PowerPoint. That was basically like the 100% gains versus 90% gains. And the next one is really, why do you want to be shredded? Or why do you want to get in shape? Because for some people, they don't have a clear why. Like personally, like currently I'm working on my anime protagonist program, and I'm working on like a fitness program, so I need to be like, I partially need to do the marketing for that, and I need to be fucking shredded for that, because otherwise it's not like, if I'm just a fat guy just like standing there like marketing a fitness program, like a body transformation program, no one's gonna follow it. So like, I know it's important for my financial success to become shredded. Number 2, I like being like, anime has fucked me up. I got pictures of anime plastered all over the place. I like looking like my favorite anime protagonist. I like being functional. I like being strong. I like being lean. I like being able to kill a motherfucker. Like just punch people, do kicks, all that kind of stuff. And I need to be lean for that. I need to be functional. All right? So, I mean, why do you want to be big? Why do you want to be shredded? I think you really need to find like a very strong why. And when you compare, because when I say, oh man, I would really like a little bit more cake today, but then you compare it to like, am I really willing to sacrifice my financial success and looking like a freaking anime protagonist for this one slice of cake? Obviously not. So sometimes I am, for the most part I'm not, but in the end I feel like that, like me having this very clearly defined why is going to help me in the long run. It's going to allow me to make more good decisions than bad decisions in the long run. Oh shit. And the last one is creating a villain for your hero story. This one's gonna be insane, boys, which is why I have a picture of Hamsa here. Now, I love Hamsa, don't get me wrong, I really love him, but Hamsa is partially a villain in my story. Not a villain in the sense like, oh, I need to fuck this guy up. No, and by no means possible. Whenever I'm doing something and I don't feel like whenever I don't feel like working out, whenever I don't feel like sticking to my diet, whenever I don't feel like working on my business, I'm like, Hamsa's probably working his ass off right now. Hamsa's probably like done a 6-hour day. He's done his dopamine detox, he's done his meditation, he's done all that shit. If Hamsa can do it, shit, I gotta do this shit too. Okay? So you need to create a villain for your hero story. Like there has to be this ultimate guy that you need to reach. This guy that whenever you think about quitting, you're like, but my villain, he's probably working really hard right now. Which makes you then work even harder. Right? Because the more that you start seeing this as a story like any other, like your ascent into greatness as a story, like a storybook, then you're going to start seeing yourself as the hero. And every hero needs his villain, this like insurmountable wall that they need to become better to actually defeat. At some point, I hope that I can actually meet Hamsa and just thank him for everything he's done for me, because again, you guys don't realize how good this server is. It's fucking insane. But yeah, create a villain for your hero story. I believe this to be wildly important. Okay, so now that we got all of this, like how you can become a professional, like how you can actually do you guys understand this so far? Like do you try to see where I'm going, and can you see how you can implement this into your own life? Get a positive villain like Hamza negative. Oh man, yeah, that's actually a really good one, Reva. All right, great. All right, if you guys get it, let's head over to the next point. And this one is actually also very important. What can stop us from reaching our goal? And I'm pretty sure I made four things, three things. And the first one is you can't compare yourself to what other people are doing. Negative influences. So there are people like Hamza, which you should let yourself be influenced by, because Hamza is a great individual. Like he is showing you, like Hamza is 24 years old, remember that. And like Iman Ghatzi, the guy he was chilling in Dubai with, he's like 22 years old. These guys are fucking, like Iman Ghatzi's a millionaire and Hamza's like jacked. He's like paying all the bills. He's a family man. He's a tribe leader. Definitely emulate what they're doing. But then there's the negative influences. And what am I talking about here? Let's say you're trying to get shredded. You see this picture of this chick who's at work eating a slice of cake. Yeah. So whenever I go to work, and my job, even though we're a sports store, my job is big on, my workplace is big on cake. Now, I could, when I go in there and I see all my coworkers like having cake all the time, I could be like, oh man, if they're allowed to have cake, I guess I'm allowed to have cake. No, you're not allowed to have. I mean, you can have one piece of cake if you like schedule it into your diet. Again, this is not a Nazi diet, but just because other people are doing something doesn't mean that you should do it. Okay? You're trying to get shredded. You're trying to get aesthetic as fuck. They aren't. So don't tell yourself what you're allowed to do based on people whose goals have nothing to do with your own. It's a very easy way to fail. Like I often caught myself doing this while on Instagram. You know, if The Rock was having like a cheat meal, I was like, man, if The Rock can have a cheat meal, bro, I should be allowed to have a cheat meal right now. And you know, there's obviously some complications with that. One, The Rock is probably juiced to the fucking testes, and two, he's probably been sticking to his diet for like 2 weeks. But man, just don't compare yourself to whatever everyone else around you is doing. That's the easiest way to fail. Set your goal, follow the plan. If you followed the steps from before, you know that simplify, make the... I read that comment, Andrea, like, no, don't do juice. Fuck that. We don't do that here. But yeah, just stop comparing yourself to the people around you if they're not trying to do anything exceptional with your life. Just set the plan, simplify the goal as much as humanly possible. Again, if you're trying to be like a bodybuilder, or you're trying to like do like strength competitions, you obviously have to follow a like a very strict regimen, but don't... Man, my chat is like sliding in my side of it. Like sorry, I got lost. But yeah, this all boils down to, don't compare yourself to people whose goals have nothing to do with you. Like, they may allow themselves to do certain things, but if their goal isn't being shredded like you, then no, don't think that you can do the same things they can. It's going to deteriorate from your goal. It's going to fuck you over. Next. This is probably the big bad. You know what? Yeah, turn the second monitor off. You guys are right. Fuck this shit. So this is the big villain, in my opinion, and I've talked about this a lot in, you know, just on the server with my friends, and this lecture is going to be no exception. And that is the high-speed society. So Hamza has been talking a lot about how, all these apps, how porn, video games are all frying our dopamine receptors. We become less patient. We want everything right now. And that's a problem because there are certain things, fitness being one of them, that you can't rush. It doesn't matter how meticulous you are with your diet. It's going to take you 3 to 4 months to get shredded. But you wanting it but you still want it fast. That's the problem. Like you think that since you can get everything else fast, you can get you can do the 20-minute ab workout. You can get the 30-minute at home workout. You can get just eat and have your money, your food at your doorstep by 30 minutes. Everything is just speed, speed, speed. Content is speed. Netflix entertainment on demand, YouTube entertainment on demand, TikTok 1 minute dopamine hits. Everything is speed. And it fundamentally changes how we function as people. Because we got all this insignificant stuff that doesn't really matter at a very high speed, but that doesn't mean that the things that are actually worth anything in life, their time frame doesn't change. Just because that your TikToks or that you get a new TikTok every minute, that doesn't mean that you can get shredded in 1 minute. It doesn't mean that you can get shredded in a week. And this is where you get tripped up, because everyone is so hung up on becoming someone different in 30 days. You've probably seen those challenges on Instagram where you have these crazy standards. Oh, you have to do all these workouts, and you have to read books, and you have to drink water, and you have to meditate and journal. And you have to do all this stuff, and you're gonna transform yourself in 30 days. If you're not ready for it, you're gonna fuck yourself up. And society just seems obsessed about this, about doing the 2-month transformation, doing a 3-month transformation and leaving everyone shocked, oh my god, this guy changed his life, he's fucking shredded now. So the high-speed society basically just boils down to you adopting a bunch of stupid measures because you think that you can achieve things that have always been hard in a faster time frame. And again, you've probably been warned that, oh, you probably shouldn't do this because this isn't sustainable. But again, this is an ego thing. All those other peasants, they might have to follow the plan and they might have to take breaks, but me, I am built different. And this is a very easy way to, 1, fuck yourself over, and 2, make yourself extremely unhappy. Because again, this is basically the high speed society makes you adopt the 105% method. You remember this shit down here? This is what the high speed society causes, because everyone wants to be shredded in 3 months. Everyone wants to look hot in 3 months. But you can't do that. You can't bypass the structure. Now, the 105% method might get you shredded in 3 months, and you would be unhappy, and you would probably bounce right back because you would never want to train again in your life or eat healthy. While adopting a slower pace method, like the 90% method, it might take you 4.5 months or 5 months, but you need to realize nobody fucking cares if you become jacked in 3 months or 4 months or 5 months. You're the only one who cares. This is all as long as you're jacked and you're shredded or whatever, that's all people care about. Whether you did it in 1 month or 2 months or 3 months or 4 months or 5 months or a year, it doesn't matter. So it's better to just do it the right way. It takes you 5-6 months to get shredded or to get big, but then you just stay shredded for life because the way that you did it is so easy to follow that you can just do it for the rest of your life, as opposed to this method that's going to give you body dysmorphia, and it's going to give you an eating disorder, and it's going to be impossible to do, and it's going to make you very unhappy. Just do things the sustainable way. You don't have to pander to this, to the high-speed society. I truly believe this is the villain, not only in fitness, but even in something like business. The amount of people who start doing YouTube now and then quit 3 months after, it's staggering. Everyone's I'm gonna be different. I know everyone else, I told them to pace myself, but I'm gonna pump out 6 videos a week and I'm gonna blow up because my content is really good. And then they don't, and they realize shit, and then they quit because they bit too much. Same with starting a business that isn't YouTube. When you start working, you think everything is gonna blow up, but it doesn't. the high speed society is killing you, because all the things that are actually worth a damn in life, they still take the time that they take. It's just because everything else got faster doesn't mean that you can speed up the process for everything else. You can just be smart about it, and you can, scale your business properly, but you still have to go through the steps. So with that being said, that is actually going to be the end of the lecture, at least of the main part. And I just want to leave you all with a statement that we're all going to make it, because I truly believe that we are. The people in this call there's just so much potential here, man. Like, most of you guys are learning the proper mindsets to actually be successful in life. And it comes from, you might not realize it, but the meditation, the journaling, like every other mindfulness practice, like working out, all the stuff that Hamsa is promoting, all the stuff that self-improvement tells you to do, it makes you less acceptable to this. It makes you less of a slave to the system, and makes it possible for you to actually overcome a lot of the hurdles that this places upon you, or rather in front of you. So yeah, just believe, boys, and I truly think we're all gonna make it. Now, I do have some autistic level advice, because I know that Hamsa always talks about you guys loving that. And pretty sure this is, no, yeah, there we go. If you want to, you can take a screenshot of this, but otherwise I'm just gonna go through it. So, calculation of calories, the thing that I found and learned from the Kinobody program that's worked really well for me, and I even tried it on my girlfriend, it worked amazing for her, was, to take your weight in pounds, multiply it by 15, and that's your maintenance calories. Now, you add 400 to 600 calories with bulking if you want to do a lean bulk. That's what I recommend you do. But again, most people, when they're bulking, they just want to, dirty bulk so they can go to McDonald's and stuff. But I recommend that you do like 400 to 600 calories in bulking, so you don't put on a multitude of fat, and just stay somewhat in shape, so that when you finally have to cut down again, it's not a horrendous process. If you're cutting just to track 400 calories, that's what I do, and I recalculate my calories every time I lose like 4 kilos. It's worked great for me. I went from 108, and I think I'm somewhere around 99 kilos, or like 100 kilos now. So I've lost roughly 1 kilo a week. It's been pretty good. It's worked very well for me. Just hit your calories and your protein. Don't sweat the rest. I know this, it's very nice to track your calories, like not your calories, like all your macros to perfection, like, haha, look at me, but nobody cares. Again, nobody cares that you're hitting all your macros. The only thing they care about is whether you're shredded, whether you're big. That's the only result they actually care. They don't care about how you get to the result, just get to the result. So if you're just trying to impress people by posting your chicken and rice on Instagram, nobody cares, man. Nobody cares. Just get shredded, get jacked, and that's when people are gonna be like, oh my God, man, that's incredible that you did this and you got to this shape. But apart from that, don't sweat it, nobody cares. I need to repeat that a couple times, because I thought people cared when I was younger, and nobody does. Nobody thinks you're a badass for doing everything perfectly. Next is buying plans, and why it's probably better to invest in one. There are a lot of free plans out there. You can find a bunch of plans on bodybuilding.com, and like I said before, most plans are really good. Like, all it comes down to is the execution of the plan. Just make sure that it comes from a person who is somewhat known in the space, or someone who at least seems to know what he's talking about. Then you should be fine. Don't worry more about if you find some other shiny plan that looks better or like makes better promises. Anyone can hire a copywriter to make their program sound like the best. It's super simple. But as long as you just get a decent looking program and just follow it consistently for a year, or like 4 or 5 months, you're gonna see insane results. Just trust me on this one. And the last one, goes perfectly with the point we just talked about. There are very few bad plans, there's just bad execution. Most guys don't have a bad plan. They're just really bad at actually tracking everything meticulously, like we went over before. Like, if you want to be a professional, if you want to get actual good results, you really need to just stick to the fucking plan. I know it's not the fancy advice that you might have wanted, and you might have wanted something else from this lecture, like, oh, he's actually going to tell me the secret that I've been missing. No, the secret is probably that you've been really lazy in terms of like following your plan, or how much you've been working out, how hard you've been working out, and especially tracking your calories. That's what people fuck up the most, because it's the least fun part to do. It's not fun to sit there on my fitness pal and be like, oh, I got 22 grams of oil that I cooked my eggs in or my chicken in. Like that's not really that interesting to do, so people just skip out on it, and that's why you aren't making any progress. I'm really sorry that there's no other secret, there's no other fancy thing, but that's really all I've been doing for these last 2.5 months, like 2 months pretty much. I've just been tracking everything meticulously. My percentage is probably like a 90%. Yeah, probably 95 over these like last 2 months. There have been days where I have slipped and made mistakes, but for the most part, I've been doing like, I've been 90%, 95% precise over this 2-month period, and that's why my results are insane, because I'm doing the boring shit over and over again in a very methodical, calculated, and meticulous manner, and I'm going to the gym when I have to go to the gym, and I'm sleeping 8 to 9 hours every single night, and that's really all it is. That is the way that you get fucking jacked. You just do the boring shit over and over again. I'm sorry, that's all the advice that I can really give you, but that is really all it is. So thank you for coming to my TED Talk. We will now have the Q&A section, and I will be pulling up the chat. And if there are any questions, this is where you get to put them in. Okay, so Space Wizard, you're 22, feel late to the party, to all this. You're not late to the party. It's never too late to start working out. If you start working out and you do the exact thing that I've told you, just find a good program and you follow it meticulously for 2 to 3 years, and like, you know, change programs every once in a while, like 5, 6, like every 5, 6 months, then you're gonna do fine. It's never too late to start working out. And Insomniac Eclipse, just push, pull legs, then rest, a good routine for the gym while progressively overloading. Yes, it is. Again, it's pretty much just went over it. Like, if you just find, it's not the program that's shit. Like, if you just do a program consistently and you progressively overload and you get good food, you're gonna get jacked. There are obviously some programs which are probably going to be more efficient than others, but the efficiency depends on whether or not you can actually execute the plan to perfection. Push-pull legs might be the best routine because you do like 6 days a week or whatever, but if you're only able to do like 5 workouts a week or 4 workouts a week and you're not able to track all your calories, then it's going to be a shitty plan because you're not following it properly. So I train 3 times a week, and I do back, biceps, and I think shoulders, like a little bit of shoulders on Monday. I practically do lower body and traps on Wednesday, and then I do chest and triceps, and I think that's it on Fridays. I can just, let me see if I can find my, yeah, actually we got it up here. So this is my program right now. This is what I do. Good nutrition plan, paid or unpaid. Elias, in terms of what's the important mindset, they're all the important mindset because they all mesh together. So once you simplify, it simplifies doing all the boring shit. And the enemy thing is pretty much just like yours, even though your plan is super fucking simple, there are going to be days where you aren't going to feel like doing it. And at that point, you're probably just like, that's when you have to pull out your enemy. Like you're, okay, so I know I don't want to do this today, but would Hamza do this today? Like, would he bitch out? And maybe it works. Maybe it doesn't. Then again, you fail one day, and let's say you fail one day out of 30 days, that's still a pretty good percentage. You're still gonna make gains. And what would you recommend as a good nutrition? Okay, look, I might be a bit biased, but I would just go to kinobody.com. You get a program for $70. It's incredibly in-depth. I can show you guys. Yeah, I can show you what the programs look like. Again, I'm not sponsored by Kinobody. I wish I was, but. So I bought the program and he goes literally everything. If you're a beginner, this is going to be great for you because it has everything. It's very, very simple. So I don't know what else to tell you, man. For like the $70 that he charges, it's so much fucking value. It's insane. So I would just get a movie, like a Kinobody program. Like you can just do his quiz and he's probably like gonna say like, whether if you want to cut, you're gonna get Movie Star Body. If you want to bulk, you're gonna get Greek God Physique, I think it's called. So yeah, Tuna, that's what I would go for. Let's see, brothers. What is the life of Pablo comes from Cuba, but I live in Denmark. So what should I do if I'm skinny fat, bulk, or cut? I mean, if you're skinny fat, I would just start bulking. Like for the first 2 years, Chris from First Man, he gives some pretty good advice. If you start cutting and you're skinny fat, you're just gonna get skinny. But you should really just start bulking, make the most of your newbie gains, actually like start tracking your calories. This is for you, Lucas Sanse, and anyone else starting out. Just bulk. Just start bulking, start tracking your calories, make sure you get enough protein, sleep 8 hours a day, follow the program. It's sort of the same thing I've just been preaching it. I'm sorry I'm sounding like a broken record, but like I'm just trying to really get it through to you guys that this is how you get fucking jacked, man. This is how you get huge. This is how you get arms like this. Like you just follow the program and just find something you like, something that you can do consistently, and over a 1 year period, you're gonna realize that you suddenly just got freaking jacked out of nowhere. Sufyan Hussein, maybe I would get bigger if I worked out more than 3 days a week. I probably would. But then I'd have to like start recalculating the program. Oh, am I eating enough? And that would be extra time that I wouldn't be using on working on my business and relaxing and stuff. I might go back to working out 5 days a week. I don't know. Right now, I'm really enjoying the 3 times a week. It makes it incredibly easy to stay on track, and I just love it. It's very simple. An example. Also, could you show us an example of my MyFitnessPal? Fuck, I don't even know if I can show you on screen. Let's see. MyFitnessPal.com. I don't know if they let me. Okay, apparently not. I don't really know what MyFitnessPal login is, but yeah, I might. Okay, so Insomniac Eclipse. I'm actually gonna put this lecture. Actually, Insomniac Eclipse. Let's see here. For the autistic advice, just do me a favor, guys, and then just take a screenshot of this. Like, this tells you how many calories you need to eat in Insomniac Eclipse. Yeah, Elias, I know Danish. So, again, Insomniac Eclipse, my boy. To calculate your calories, just take your body weight in pounds, multiply it by 15. That's your maintenance. If you're trying to bulk, just add 400 to 600 calories to lean bulk. And if you want to enjoy your life and do a dirty bulk, you can do that too. It's fine. But anyway, thank you, man. Like chicken and beef. Wait, there's so Aptin Bonnie. So you can eat lentils, and there's also a bunch of substitute meats if you're like a vegetarian. So, you know, I know lentils are fucking insane. I got a pack up there in my cabinet. I think it's like 26, because it's both a carb and a protein at the same time. It's got like 26 grams of protein per 100 grams, so that's pretty good. In terms of protein, you need 0.8 to 1.2 grams per pounds of body weight. And Elias, no, I'm not. I'm actually born in Cuba. My English is just really good because I played a lot of video games and watched a lot on Netflix. So, all right, so we've got roughly 12 minutes left of the lecture. Makes lots of yeah, no, lentils, if you're a vegetarian, are gonna make you fucking jacked, bro. That's insane. Yeah, I guess so. Actually, oh, that's actually really funny. Yeah, Andrew, that's actually pretty good. Yeah. This banana optional. Let's go pretty part. Yeah. You guys the entire time. Nah, man, I'm just a Cuban guy. Really doesn't matter too much if. I mean, Russian bro, it kind of does, but then again, dirty bulking is if you don't. I wouldn't dirty bulk again in my life because I'll just get too fat. I would just do a lean bulk. You can have a great time on a lean bulk. For me, that would be roughly 4,000 calories a day, and that would be great. That would be a lean bulk for me. So I think people misunderstand just like how easy it is to bulk if you actually like don't go overboard with food. Like you can have great food and still not have it blow up in calories. And you know the thing with bulking, like that extra 1,000 calories from your maintenance, or extra 600 calories from your maintenance, like that you can have a tub of ice cream every single day. It's really great. 3 times a week, is that a full body? Is 3 times a week full body a good plan? I mean, Ronan, if you like doing full body 3 times a week and you're getting 8-9 hours of sleep every single day and you're eating the amount of protein that you need to get and you're getting your calories, yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. As long as you don't like go overboard and you do like 5 hours of full body training for each of those days, because you're not going to have enough time to like recuperate. All right, so do you guys want a little bit of advice on how to get more calories in as a teen? Then we can just use like the last 10-15 minutes of the lecture on that. Sufyan, just when you're happy. You know, just when you're happy with how you look and you're like, oh man, I've put on a good amount of muscle mass. I kind of want to see what's hiding in under this muscle mass. And then, yeah, you just start cutting. There's no really like, you don't really have to do it like at any specific point. Okay, I don't have access to it. What is the most result I can get from calisthenics and bulking? Bro, you can do some great calisthenics workouts, Sedel. I would get into like, I'm going to make an extra slide here. We're just going to add some notes. So if you're doing calisthenics from home, I would get the Phoenix app. I think you can get it both on the App Store and on Android. It's a free app. You can pay for it, but the base app has a bunch of really good exercises and a good bunch of good workouts, if you want to like learn handstand push-ups, shit like that, you might need to get a pull-up bar, but you can get one for like 30 euros. So yeah. And secondly, all right, let's use this last part of the lecture to talk about how to get jacked as a teenager, how to get extra calories as a teenager. Okay, so one thing that is highly underrated is sauces. Now, that might be something like ketchup, barbecue sauce. It might be mustard. I know mustard is pretty low calories, so you might not get the best results from that. But honey mustard, you know, anything that can make your meals more delicious, you know, make your chicken a little bit more spicy. That might be a very good thing to add. But yeah, sauces are huge. Secondly, if you eat a bunch of eggs, yeah, if you eat a bunch of eggs, it might be something like adding cheese. There is roughly 260 to I think 340 calories per 100 grams in cheese. So that's a very easy and delicious way that isn't very filling to actually add more calories to your food. And again, there's also some protein in there. Yeah, really, any type of dressing, guys, like mayonnaise, salad dressing, Caesar, whatever, barbecue sauce, you name it. You guys probably already know this one, but weight gainer plus gainer shakes. So you can do weight gainers and you can add like peanut butter to those. I know Sam, Harbinator's Hamza's editor, he did like a bunch of different shakes and they did wonders for him. He's fucking jacked now. So there is no just tuna. Simplify, simplify, simplify. Pick the cheese you like the most. Don't worry about which one is the most efficient, which one's the best. Just pick the one that doesn't break your budget and tastes good. That's it. Weight gainers are protein powder, like that's more like it has protein powder, but it's more heavily geared for you to gain weight. I can try and mutant mass. So mutant mass is a weight gainer, for example. Elias, I hope he was fucking trolling. True, you don't have to say, man. It's fine. It can be our secret. But yeah. So this is weight gainer. It's basically just like it has a bunch of calories. It has like 1,000 calories per portion, and it basically is just a milkshake. But if there's anything that I want you guys to take away from this lecture, is this figure. Like, you guys don't understand how powerful this is. Your life is not a 3-month transformation. It's not a 4-month transformation. It's not a 1-month become someone different transformation. Your life is your life that you're gonna have to live until you die. Okay? Stop trying to be down here thinking I need to be shredded in 4 months or I need to become someone different in 3 months. Like, you're not Oliver Queen from Arrow, okay? Just chill. Stop trying to be hyper efficient and fucking yourself over by doing a program that is going to be highly annoying for you to stick to. Like, it's just plain impossible. Because you might not get here, you might stop over here, but at some point, unless you've got like, you need to avenge your dead parents or some shit, like you're gonna say, fuck this shit, it's not worth it. Because the effort is not gonna correlate with the results. Well, up here, you're not even gonna think about the effort because the effort is so simple to execute that it's just, you don't even think about it. Oh yeah, I reached my calories today. Okay, fine, easy cake. Like easy peasy, whatever. And the workouts are going to be simple. Everything's going to be simple to the point where it's fun doing it. So it's going to be more sustainable and you're just going to be able to stick it, like keep it up for a year. And after that, you're going to be in crazy shape. You're going to make crazy results. think I'm done. I think that was actually everything for the lecture. Do you guys want me to put out the PowerPoint, or like, are you guys just whatever with that? Okay, look, milk is milk. Are you happy now, Riva? This is milk. It's not whole milk anymore because I'm actually cutting. But yeah, I drink milk because if you drink water with your protein shake, you are insane. There's just something wrong with you. And you should seek help. Yes, milk has 48 calories, at least 1.5% fat milk has 48 calories per 100 milliliters. That is a lot if you are cutting and you're trying to get shredded. And chocolate milk is great if you're bulking. It tastes good. If you get chocolate protein powder, then you can do like an extra chocolatey concoction. It's great. But Riva, I hope you're happy now. This is, yeah, for anyone who didn't get the message, this is milk. So yeah, milk. You're not, Insomnia Eclipse, you're not supposed to use milk, but I like using milk because it doesn't destroy my will to live. So yeah. But yeah, that is actually gonna be the lecture for today, boys. I'm so glad that you guys all tuned in, that you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'm gonna be sharing the stuff like the PowerPoints and everything. And yeah, I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. I'm probably gonna be hosting a lecture again next week because I said I was gonna host free lectures, and next one I'll have to see which one is the next most requested one. So yeah, the lecture's gonna be up on YouTube if you want to rewatch it. Bro, the most efficient cheese is mozzarella. There you go. All right, let's see. No, oh shit, Kathy, hey man. So yeah, no, you actually didn't miss the lecture because it's gonna be uploaded on YouTube right after I press the end stream button. So yeah. With that being said, boys, I love you. Nah, I don't need you guys' money, man. Keep that money. Spend that money buying milk. That's where it's at, boys. So yeah, I'm actually gonna be leaving now. So I love you all. Have a great evening and peace.